You should always feel like you're the star of the show, but if you need 10 fragrances that will give you an extra boost, I have 10 on this list for you. Hello guys, welcome back. I'm Max. Today I'm going to give you 10 fragrances that will give you that extra boost to make you feel like a star. And the first fragrance on this list, listen to me guys, this is not even the best from this line. It's called the Wall line, and that's coming from Swiss Arabian. I own about 8 of those, and if I had to rank them, this would probably be last. When I mean last, that don't mean it's a bad fragrance, it's just the other ones are that great. This fragrance, when I first tested it, I smelled it, I'm like, this is nothing special. So I sprayed it on my wrist, I walked to the mailbox. As I was walking to the mailbox, I started smelling this nice aroma. I'm like, this is a really great fragrance. And I'm telling you, if you want a fragrance that boosts your confidence, that make you feel like you're the star, this is it. And the fragrance I'm talking about is Oud 07 from the house of Swiss Arabian, and then it's their Wall collection. Now it lists a lot of notes in here, but the main notes that I'm getting in this is amber, a very spicy amber, and you're gonna get that nice oud. Now the oud in this, I'm not saying it's real, but it smells very realistic. It's very sophisticated, very clean, while at the same time being animalic. Animalic is woody and is resinous. And if you want to boost your confidence, give you that extra this is the one I would very highly suggest to you. The next one on this list, I guarantee you, if you sprayed it on your arm and close your eyes, you would think of high class and you would think of luxury. And it's an older fragrance, and it's coming from the house of Amouage. And the fragrance I'm talking about is Epic Man. Now this fragrance consists of a myrrh that's making it very balsamic, very resinous. You're getting that frankincense that's making it musky, piney, and green. You're getting a cardamom that's making it spicy, also green. It has more notes than that, but those are the main notes that I'm getting. It's spicy, woody, resinous, and it's smoky. A very enjoyable scent. Now the next one on this list, if someone came up to me and asked me what fragrance should they start their collection with as far as being a niche fragrance, one house I would recommend is Zara, but to me, Zara is more mass appealing while being niche, but to me this is more niche while being, I won't say mass appealing, but there's not too many people that are gonna hate this fragrance. And the fragrance I'm talking about is coming from the house of Diptyque Eau Capitale. Now this has 4 notes in it, but it don't smell like it has rose, patchouli, pink pepper, and bergamot. But the thing about this, the pink pepper mixed with that rose, almost give it like a strawberry, almost a raspberry background, along with some oud, which is not listed. So it's very sophisticated. It's spicy, floral, earthy, and woody. I'm telling you, if you want to start your collection and you want to pick a niche fragrance that smells niche at the same time, it's challenging but not too challenging where everybody's gonna love it, this is the one to get. This next fragrance, I have a funny story to tell. I wore it about 2 weeks ago, and I wore it, and this girl came up to me and she was like, your fragrance is too strong. Don't laugh yet, because I have more of this story to tell. Now the previous time that I wore this, she was the one who told me, and I made a video about it, how good this fragrance smelled. And to top it off, that same day within an hour, somebody else came up to me, but this time they told me that this fragrance smelled good. I had a dentist appointment at the end of the day, and it was like 8 hours later, well, maybe 9 hours later, and the dental hygienist came in. She asked me where I work, and this was like a 30-second time frame. She like, wow, you smell really good. So she talked about this fragrance, and her first thing was like, I wish more people when they come to the dentist's office smell like you. And the reason I brought it first person, not only did she compliment me the previous time that I wore it, she had something negative to say this time. To make a long story short, she's one of those persons that she's moody, she like to be confrontational. If you tell her the sky is blue, she's gonna swear it's pink. And she was in one of those moods that day, and she tried to piss me off. And I smiled at her because previously, she the one who complimented me on this fragrance. And the fragrance I'm talking about is from the house of Sonoma scents, and that's Sienna Musk. Now when I first purchased this fragrance, it was like $65, I think, for like a 30 ml bottle. Now they don't went up almost double, well they have double the price because they're close to $200 now. Only thing that scared me about this fragrance is running out because they have discontinued it. But when you're talking about a nice, and I'm gonna tell you right now, to me, in my opinion, this is one of the best musk fragrances out there. Cardamom, cedar, and clove starts it off. You get an animalic musk and you get a sandalwood that's making it sweet and creamy. The end result is a spicy, woody, oriental fragrance, and I'm telling you, like I said, I'm really scared of running out, but I have enough fragrances that this probably lasts me a while. But as you can see right now, I'm already down to under half. And this is one of those fragrances that I really enjoy, make me feel like I'm something special. And that's Sienna Musk. Before we finish this list, guys, if you're enjoying this content and you think this is a channel that you probably will enjoy in the future, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, please. And I really appreciate it. The next fragrance on this list is the cheapest out of the ones on here, but it has some pros and cons. And I'm gonna go over the pros and cons with you. One of the cons is an oil-based fragrance. So you're gonna leave all the residues on you for 30 minutes. So if you wanna wear this, put it on about 30 minutes before going out. A pros is cheap. Another pro is a beast mode performer, but one of the cons to that is a very linear scent. So in about 4 or 5 hours, I don't know about you, but I get tired of smelling it. But it gonna project off you a beast mode performer, 1 or 2 dabs, maybe 3, and you're gonna project 3-4 feet away. And it's coming from the house of Collage, and that is Kayaam Gold. And I don't know why a lot of people don't talk about this fragrance. I'm telling you, man, it smells so good, it smells so expensive. And I think this probably run you about $20, $25. Pink pepper is the main note you're gonna get in this. They're giving it like a rosy sweetness, also making it warm, woody, and bright. Patchouli and moss comes up, giving it some earthy, green, woody, musky vibes. And the final composition is spicy, sweet, rosy, and bright. I know a lot of people haven't talked about this fragrance, and I promise you, you probably haven't heard about it. But I also promise you, if you get this, this is a fragrance that's gonna make you smell good, gonna make you smell expensive, and gonna make you smell like the star of the show. The next fragrance is a niche fragrance, but it's highly expensive. So if you want this fragrance, do what I did and find somebody that decanted it out. I think I paid probably $100 for maybe 30, 40 mils. The fragrance I'm talking about is coming from the house of Labo, and that is Vetiver 46. I'm a person that like vetiver fragrances, and this is a vetiver fragrance that stand out, and it smells very good, smells very unique. Getting a lot of black pepper and cedar, making it bright and sharp. Amber and vetiver coming up next, making it spicy and earthy. And in the end, you get this sweet, creamy vanilla that blends everything perfect. This is spicy, woody with almost a creamy vanilla background. And it's one I think you will enjoy. Next one up sounds like a typical rose fragrance, but it's something a little bit more special than that. And that's coming from the house of Camuto, and that is Smoked Oud. Juniper berry is sort of like the main note in this, making it almost citrusy. You get that rose, like a bright red rose and some other rose that's mixed in. Also coming up is Divana, that making it bitter, green, and sharp. Oud is the final note in this fragrance, making it smoky, spicy, floral, and woody. A really underrated gem, and for the price, you can't beat it. Up next is coming from my favorite house, and you want to talk about the most realistic cardamom gourmand fragrance out there, and that is Starlight from the house of Xerjoff. Cardamom is the star of the show, but you get this almond note that's making it sweet, creamy, almost nutty. You get spice from the cinnamon, and you get this sweet vanilla. I don't think the vanilla is listed in the note, but I do get some sweet, creamy vanilla. And you want to talk about a gourmand that make you feel special. That's sweet, spicy, and gourmand. This is another one of those fragrances. I would say it's not the best from the line, but it's not the worst from the line. And that's coming from the Arabian Oud collection, and that's Watch. Now this is another oil-based fragrance, but this one don't leave you too oily. So you actually put this on right when you're leaving. Projection, you're gonna get 1 to 2 feet, 8 to 10 hours. And what you get is like this soft rose. You're gonna get some light jasmine in the background, so it's very floral up top. You're gonna get this clean musk, and you're gonna get some nuttiness from some pralines and some sweetness from the vanilla. You want a nice cookie dough, almost cookie dough smelling fragrance that's gourmand. This is another underrated gem, and you can probably find this for probably $40, $50, and it's coming from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo. Now this is a very masculine fragrance, make you feel very clean, very important, make you feel like the star of the show, and that is Kayaam Oud from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo. At the opening, you're gonna get this very, very nice rum note. You're gonna get this nice tobacco note that smell almost realistic. You're gonna get some oud that making it woody. Now the oud in this is not animalic, it's just some very woody based fragrance. Leather and godwood come up next, along with some spices and benzoin. Very masculine, very classy, a very underrated gem. that's woody, leathery, sweet, and spicy. One I really suggest that you add to your collection if you want to smell masculine, smell like you the star. Alright guys, I'm Max. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I will see you soon, but in the meantime, check out this video. Come back and see me. Stay safe. Peace.